Welcome back. Well, the chill is on. Certainly winter is here in full force. Now, we're not going to see record-breaking lows, and we're not going to see a winter weather event. We might see a little light sleet later tonight, maybe a snowflake tomorrow morning, but all in all, we're not expecting any hazardous travel or any issues on bridges and overpasses, but we'll put a little qualifier on that in just a bit. Let's take a look at the big picture across the lower 48, and the big action's been mainly toward the Texas Hill Country. You have a little elevation there. That helps out when there's precipitation in the area, and it has been causing some winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings across the Texas Hill Country down through South Texas. Locally in Acadiana, not a whole lot going on, but we do see this area of blue shaded in. You see the precip. We'll get to that in just a bit. But the National Weather Service out of Slidell is still maintaining a winter weather advisory for the possibility, and this is the key, possibility of spotty, light freezing rain and or sleet, accumulation of a trace. This is what they're going for, trace to maybe a few 1/100ths of an inch, which is not really enough to get anything too iced up. Bridges, overpasses, you'd have to watch that, but we're not seeing enough precipitation in the forecast to really generate that, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a bit. First off, on the Doppler radars, you see very light rain. A lot of this light rain you see over in Houston is not reaching the ground either. I have a friend of mine who's in charge of the Harris County Flood Control District, and he says people are just losing their minds that it's a winter weather scenario and we just need to shut down. That's not going to happen over there either. But we do see the light precip on radar, and we're going to continue to see this overnight tonight. Some of it will be misty drizzle or light rain. A lot of it will evaporate before it reaches the ground, and if it does reach the ground, we have breezy winds, dry air moving in, so nothing that we see is going to accrete or accumulate on the ground. But nonetheless, you might see some rain, light rain, and changing over to maybe a little sleet later on tonight. So here's the graph model. This is just fresh, hot off the press, showing that patchy light rain. Most of the rains are going to stay offshore, but we're going to be on the northern edge. And if there is light rain, it may come in the form of sleet 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but be very brief, not enough moisture in the air to really produce any kind of accumulations. And we wake up tomorrow morning with cloud cover, maybe a snow flurry. We'll talk more about that in just a bit, and hopefully sunshine returning by late in the day. But the big story, it clears out tomorrow night, and temperatures will be heading below freezing earlier tomorrow night, and more than likely into the mid-20s for Saturday morning. Here's a look at the HRRR model. This one also does a pretty good job indicating after midnight tonight if there is light rain. This is what I explained on Facebook last night, what's called a precipitation type. It's not actually showing that it's going to be precipitating here, say in Allen or Evangeline Parish, but if there's enough precipitation to reach the ground, it would be in the form of maybe a little light sleet or a snow flurry, and much the same could be said for early tomorrow morning. But again, very, very light activity, and we're not expecting any kind of hazardous winter issues, and that is the good news. The bad news is going to get pretty darn cold next several nights. So temperatures tonight, these are the lows tomorrow morning, not including wind chills. Mid-20s, northern portions of Acadiana will favor upper 20s to near 30 along the I-10 corridor, and if anything, I think the numbers may be a degree or two milder than what we're showing you right here, but below freezing for sure, and upper 20s down along the coast. Not a pipe buster tonight, but tomorrow it'll take a while to warm up. We barely get into the lower 40s for your high, pretty much across the board tomorrow afternoon, but going into tomorrow night, look at these readings. Temperatures getting down into the lower 20s, Opelousasville, Platte, as we head into Saturday morning, mid-20s I-10 corridor, and mid-20s coastal parishes. So that's when it's the hard pipe busting freeze. Temperature wise, we talked about, look at these wind chills tomorrow morning ranging from the upper teens to lower 20s because the winds are going to stay up near 10 miles an hour. Wind chills stay in the 20s most of the day tomorrow, and then they drop back down tomorrow night into the upper teens to lower 20s. Look at this, 17 degrees will be the wind chill come Saturday morning. Good thing we're not getting on the bus at that time. So here's the plot of your temperatures. Again, protect the pipes when you get in this area of love pink right here. So the next 3 nights are going to be cold, and of course the plants and the pets, and then we warm up. But notice there's another freeze down the line as we head into Wednesday night, Thursday morning. So tonight, windy and cold, brief periods of light rain, light sleet mix possible. No accumulations. I expect no travel issues at this point. We'll keep an eye on the situation nonetheless. Could change, but not likely. Remaining glooming most of the day tomorrow. Wind chills mostly in the 20s. A peak of the sun possible by late in the day. Lower 40s your high. Tomorrow, upper 40s. Wow, it's a heat wave come Saturday, and we'll go low to mid 50s on Sunday, but at least sunshine this weekend. But lows in the mid 20s for Saturday and Sunday mornings, and thereafter a little bit milder, but a wet Monday shaping up, and more chilly weather next week with some light freezes down the line as well. So Marcel, it looks like winter is here and making its presence felt.